Bot.
Sorted. That sounds pretty sick.
Yeah.
What sort of horsepower? It moves.
Hello.
The warranty ends when you leave the street.
Good night, little Corolla. Good evening, you absolute lovelies. Welcome back to another sick Corolla episode. Me and Mrs. Gigi are actually off to near Bath tonight to hopefully pick up a Toyota Corolla T-Sport, so 1.8 VVTL-I. The car is pretty cheap. He kind of bought it as a project, I think about 5 or 6 months ago, but hasn't had enough time to kind of get it finished, so he's doing us a super special deal. Very quickly before we go, I've got 5 days left on my Project 2000 pre-release. I'm going to put a couple of images up here of the sick Project 2000 t-shirt that I'm selling. I'm actually giving away a signed Project 2000 sticker with the order and 2 micro monkeys as well, so it's completely exclusive. I've only got about 35 left, so they're pretty limited numbers. Once they're all sold, I will get them in again, but not for quite a few months because I'm kind of concentrating on my other designs. I'll chuck my website down here if you guys want to have a little look and do a buy. Feel free. Mr. Burple, you absolute legend. Your sexy FC initial D box is sitting in prime place. That was actually one of the first caps that I had made. They got really sick sort of inner details, but I wasn't happy with the external designs. I've done a complete redesign on this hat. I've ordered them and they're going to be here in about 3 weeks time. Gigi! Good evening. How was work?
Good.
How are you finding it? You're totally shattered, aren't you?
Yeah.
Alright, should we go and pick up your roller?
Let's do this.
Sweet. Anyway, we will see you guys in the van in a sec. We didn't sort of really go into how the Corolla drove.
No.
And you've been driving it to work for the last few days. How have you found it?
Yeah, really good.
Much better?
Yeah, it feels like a proper car now.
Yeah. Difference between driving it on the skinny 14s and the wider 15s, it was literally night and day. So much so that I said to George, can I swap my Volvo for it? First port of call is George and I are going to go and get some fuel, and when we get there as well I'm going to check my tyre pressures on the van and on the trailer. It's quite important if you are sort of trailering cars just to sort of maintain your tyre pressures and make sure they are where they need to be. Very important. Once we get down to the petrol station, I'll show you guys Elliot's Corolla as well, the one we're potentially buying tonight. I'll show you guys a couple of pictures on Facebook so you've got an idea of what's going on. So yeah, here we are at the Shell petrol station. Going to get me a little bit of diesel. Forgot to mention as well, with my Monky London negotiating skills, I managed to negotiate the price down a little bit with Elliot. In exchange, I'm giving him a sick Monky London classic t-shirt. Mrs. Gigi's just gone to get us a cheeky little Subway. In the meantime, let's grab some diesel. One of those. Check the diesel pump, seems to be nice and clean. Sometimes the handles on diesel can be pretty oily. So yeah, sometimes I do wear a glove. Bing bong!
A few moments later.
Shake. Sorted. Brian James, baby, for the absolute win. Oh, GG. Let us know in the comment section, what Subway do you have if you go to Subway? We have a BLT.
Yeah.
What'd you get? BLT?
BMT.
BMT? PMT? We have the machine, so standard towing pressures are actually 55 front, 60 back, but I'm going to add 5 PSI because I'm towing. Gigi's just getting a little bit of change out for the machine, so I'll quickly show you guys 2002 with 144,000 miles. I'll flick through the pictures. Obviously it doesn't really matter what the sort of outside condition is like. The main thing we're really interested in is the engine and the gearbox. And that's the famous 2ZZGE 1.8 VVTL-I. Yeah, looks to be pretty cool. Hasn't got half the interior and stuff. Again, it doesn't really matter. Exciting nonetheless.
5 minutes later.
Tyre pressures are all sorted on the trailer. If you're wondering, I'm running 60 PSI all round. Back of the van 65, and then front of the van 60. What do you think of my beard?
Very nice.
It's getting there, isn't it?
Very sexy.
It's at that sort of wiry stage at the moment. It's like a bit annoying, but yeah, we're slowly getting there. 1 hour, 18 minutes left to go. Sick. Morning, Gigi. Oh, bless her, man. She is literally shattered. So yeah, we are just about here, according to my sat nav. Is that Elliot? Hello, mate. Oh, look at that. You got Scooby as well. Sick. How you doing? Elliot, my man.
Right.
Give it a rev. I got too excited there by the Subaru. I don't actually know what Elliot just said. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad yourself.
Fellow JDM enthusiast.
How I do.
Nice to meet you, geez.
Good.
That sounds pretty sick.
Yeah.
What sort of horsepower?
It's a standard 2 litre EJ, so it's a bit less than the Imprezas. Same
Yeah.
engine, but just slightly less tunes.
Yeah, I got you
About
there.
200.
Pretty savage.
Yeah.
Dirt tyres, man. Look at
I
that.
wanted a bit of a different one this time.
Yeah, it's cool, man. It's nice to sort of see. It's like a bit of a sort of off-road machine, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, anyway, enough Subaru.
Yeah.
So this is the little beast. Once Elliot sort of parks up, we'll kind of run through the car and stuff. But yeah, initial impressions. Looks pretty sweet, to be fair. You've been sitting a little while because you've got a bit of moss and stuff, but for the price we're paying, it should be a pretty good deal. I was sort of saying to the audience, Els, you kind of bought it as a bit of a project, but you kind of ran out of time, didn't
Yeah,
you?
unfortunately, I was living up here. To be fair, as you can see, I got quite a lot of space up in this car park.
Yeah, you have, yeah.
I had a few cars over, I had an MX-5 and a few bits and bobs, and I've recently moved. Unfortunately, it's just lost time with
You're
it.
like me, you've got too many projects. And when you got it, the only problem you sort of said that was wrong with it, it had a bit of like wheel wobble or something?
Yeah, that's right. So when I got it, the brakes were seized. There's a wobble at about 6 miles an hour. There was no exhaust on it, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Guy who I bought it off, I'm pretty sure it was pretty mint when he had it, but I think he just maybe neglected it a little bit. Yeah.
So yeah, as you guys probably know, you Toyota fans will recognise this is a 2ZZGE. So it's a 1.8 VVTL-I.
VVTL-I. Yes.
190 horsepower standard.
190, yeah, standard, yeah. Well, about 193, but yeah, 190.
Sweet. The rest of the car doesn't really matter to me. Things like the brakes and stuff and the hubs we can use, but bodywork and the rest of it doesn't actually matter.
The shame is, well, you probably see a nice power flow back box on it, which it's brand new.
Yeah,
it's all custom made.
Yeah,
so
that goes straight on eBay.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comment section if you guys know if these will fit, because they are actually quite a sort of nice buckety seat. We have got pretty nice interior in our car, but yeah, those seats are pretty nice, to be fair. Oh yeah, it does sound alright, doesn't it, to be fair? Have a quick little listen. Main thing for me really is just to kind of check that it's got sort of no sort of knocking noises, there's no sort of major oil leaks, but really for the price we're paying with Elliot, we can't really grumble too much, to be fair. What's the gearbox like, Els? Yeah, feels good.
Strong 6-speed box in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot they're 6-speed, aren't they? Yeah, that's it. I'm just going to quickly sort of just check their gears, just to make sure they sort of feel relatively solid. Shifter's got a bit of play, but nothing that we can't replace a few bushes. That feels good, man. Can you go around the sort of car park in it?
Yeah, you go around, you might hear a few knocks from the shaft, but
doesn't matter, man. Don't worry about it. Toe hook. That's for when I've been it.
That's for when I was going to bin it, when I had it.
Brakes have got a little bit of oxidisation on them, but obviously it's been sitting around. We can give those a really good clean up. I am going to try and fit these brakes. Some people have told me that these T-Sport brakes are a nightmare to fit on the earlier Corollas. I'm not actually sure why, so yeah, if any of you guys know in the comment section why that is, feel free to shout below. Power flow. We'll have a quick little look under the chassis. Seals they're in pretty good nick. It is a UK car, so there is a bit of oxidisation and stuff, but on the whole, yeah, it's pretty clean, to be fair. A lot of people do actually put these 16s on the older Corollas as well. I'm personally not a fan. If we can fit the 15s over those brakes, I'm probably going to run 15s because I think they're a little bit too big for the smaller chassis. So yeah, we're just going to go for a quick little spin. When was the last time you drove it? Quite a while.
A few months ago. I did come up a few days ago when I started
Just
running
make sure
around.
it was all good, yeah. It moves, it goes into gear. Yeah, that's all good, man. Easiest car sale of your life, Elliot. Did you get many offers in the car?
Yeah, I had a few people interested. The problem is obviously the state it's in is, well, not a state, but you know what I mean,
it's not like a sort of
specific
it's not a
market.
road car, yeah. Nah. And to be fair, you weren't actually going to discount it, but I said I'll give you a t-shirt and I'd do you a shout out, so.
Yeah, I was going to a genuine project as well. It's nice to see it run again.
Yeah.
So.
Elliot's been a star actually, because you weren't actually going to reduce it, but you knew it was going to a good home.
Yeah, that's it.
And yeah, he proper looked after us. Sick, man, let's do it. I'm going to give you a fist bump for a
man.
sale.
Sweet.
Sick. He hates my new torch, doesn't it? I love my torch, man. It's proper bright. Right, that's for you. I'm just going to manoeuvre the van. Yeah, she's sweet, man. All good. I'm basically just going to pull it in here and then reverse it here. Brian James for the win. Without this, I would be a mere peasant. One cheeky little roller loaded on the trailer. Els and I are just going to sort the money out and then we'll do the straps and get on our way. Elliot, Georgie just wants to know, does it come with a warranty and does she get a courtesy car if it breaks down?
The warranty ends when you leave the street.
I think that says it all, GG. How do you find the old Corolla? Because obviously, I mean, I haven't probably driven one of those for about 5 years.
Yeah.
Sort of a bit VTEC-y?
Well, it's more aggressive. The lift is more aggressive than VTEC, I think. I've had an EP3 Type R.
You know the sort of differences.
Yeah, and it's definitely more aggressive. It kicks in and it really holds all the way.
Good for MPGs?
Yeah.
You got basically you can't put your foot down too much if you don't want to spend a fortune going to work. Now you've been a star, Els, and I'm going to say a massive thank you. One of those for you, sir. Look at that.
Cheers.
There you go, geezer.
Thank you.
Little car dealer handshake. Deal
Nice.
done.
Lovely.
Happy days, GG. Woo! We've got an engine. Yes. Car's been running now for a good sort of 20 minutes. You guys can hear it still purring like a Toyota should. We've even got a cheeky little spider. Bye, Els. Good to see you, man. Do like the sound of those old Scoobies, and what a nice guy as well. It's nice to meet a sort of fellow enthusiast. Right, we need to get you back home because you've got work at what time tomorrow morning?
I've got to be there for 6:30. I've got to wake up at 5.
Sometimes you get up when I'm going to bed.
Yeah, we pass.
Yeah. I do like the old BGTs. I'm not saying that obviously because I'm sponsored by them, but legit, compared to sort of other trailers I've seen, these are really, really quick to get loaded. And the most important factor is these loading ramps. On my old one I had to take on the remember the recovery truck? On that they were like literally 4-ton ramps, which you had to kind of take out the back. Whereas with this, having the ramps incorporated into the doors is a lifesaver. Good night, little Corolla. See you soon. All good to go. Woo, made it. And not too late for GG either, which is good. That was pretty mad as well. We met Elliot's brother. I think he probably thought I was nicking the car. But no, he was a nice geezer as well. Nice to have a little chat with him. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this cheeky little episode.
Very cheeky.
Yeah, very cheeky. We're going to be dropping the car probably up to Fensport next week. And then on Saturday I'm picking up this Corolla G6R. It's got a slight bit of damage on it. Yeah, you're going to have to wait to find out how it happened in the video. As always, bye from me, bye from my more beautiful associate, and yeah, see you guys soon.